today on Divorce Court.
Anthony shows me a lack of affection in public. I hope it's not because he's embarrassed. I'm definitely more comfortable in my skin than Anthony. I want Anthony to know that I'm very serious because at the end of the day, I'm your ride or die. He needs to wake it up or else I'm out.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Brooks Kelly and Anthony Plumey. The two of you have been together for 6 years. Things are not going well at this juncture, so you've come to see me to help you out. So, Mr. Kelly, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here today.
I'm here to get some help with Anthony. We met on Facebook 6 years ago. We were intimate pretty fast. I felt that, you know.
When you say pretty fast, what do you mean? Because this is divorce court. You know, 5 minutes in.
I think it was like around 11 minutes. But
What was your sense about Anthony when you first met him? What was he like?
Seriously shy, not as talkative, nervous.
Did you
total
like that
opposite.
about him?
Yes, because it's an opposite of me. You know, I'm outgoing. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. You know, so he definitely is that.
The yin to your yang.
He definitely is.
Mr. Plumey, what did you first think when you first met Mr. Kelly?
I thought he was sexy. He had a nice personality.
And
he's great.
did he scare you a little bit? Because right now he's not. He's pretty calm and quiet. But from what I read here, I mean, he can come into the room like an explosion. Was he loud and like woo? Or did you like that about him?
I like about him. He's loud. He's talkative. He's not shy. He's a great guy.
And he's a great guy. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Kelly?
The problem is that we don't have a good communication barrier.
Okay.
Our communication is off. Like in front of people, we're amazing, you know. But when
in
we're
front of people, you're amazing. What do you mean?
amazing,
you look
meaning
good
like
as a couple?
Yes, like they take us very serious, our friends and family. They definitely look at us towards what they want in their relationships.
Right.
But when we're at home and we're dealing with just me and him, you know, there's a lot of things that he's not giving me that I feel empty in.
Name something he's not giving you.
His attention.
That you want. Attention. Is he not touchy-feely? He won't hold your hand? Is it he won't have affection in public? No PDA, and you like PDA?
I love PDA. I'm all about it. When we're in public, I feel like sometimes he's not as affectionate with me. You know, he's not on the side of me. When we walk in a room, we're a couple. I wanna come like Beyonce, you know, the kind. Like I wanna have that man in my life. And when we walk in a room, people know that we're a couple.
Boom, here we
Always,
are.
Everywhere.
Well, where is he when you walk in a room?
Good question.
Well, you said in here that he's walks 6 feet behind you. Is that right?
Yes.
Not really?
No, it's right.
Is that true?
No, I'm not comfortable. He's comfortable being gay. I'm not. Because when I first found out I was gay, I only told my mom. Mm-hmm. My mom was okay with it. When my dad found out I was gay, he was upset. He was mad at me. Mm-hmm. We don't talk that much because of it.
Right.
Because I'm gay.
Right. So you understand that he's uncomfortable with being gay and that he's not you comfortable with it, out and proud and loud and it's all good and everything, and him not so much, so he has to be brought along a little bit.
I hear you, but that's just an excuse. We've been together for 6 years.
Get over it already.
Exactly. I haven't met his dad, you know, so that person hasn't affected me in our life other than all the family and friends that we have now. And they all love him. Like, in my family, I made sure that when I took him serious, they all knew how serious he was. He's my ride or die, everything, forever. And, you know, I want to marry him someday. But it's just like sometimes I do get hurt, you know, when, you know, because at the beginning I was on drugs. I was homeless. My mom had just passed away, so I was going through a lot of stuff. And when he came into my life, he definitely was that yin to my yang, you know. He pulled me out of drugs. I no longer do drugs. I've been 5.5 years clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that all has to do with him, you know. My own willpower, but if I didn't have somebody solid like him in my life.
That support that you needed to make that move.
Yes. And, you know, we have a good life now. I just feel sometimes that he's not being serious with us.
Why do you think he's not being serious?
I'm all in. I'm ready. You know,
Tell me about the last huge argument you had.
We were out with our family and cousins and all dressed up beautifully and ready to do this. One of my cousins, who I'm not gonna say her name, but he treated her as if like he was his girlfriend, as if he was straight, as if he was ready to have kids, and all. Holding her purse, pushing out chairs. Like, he don't push out chairs for me. So, I mean, yes, I shouldn't be like that. I know I have him at the end of the day, but to see that being done for somebody else, it bothers, it hurts my heart. Like, it breaks my heart.
Were you all boyfriendy with a relative of his and kind of over the top with it?
He just exaggerated. Like,
You were just being a gentleman.
Yeah, just being a gentleman.
You weren't really worried, were you, Mr. Kelly?
I wasn't worried that he was gonna leave me. I'm very confident that he loves me. It's just I was bothered and hurt that the fact that he was treating somebody else exactly what I want to be treated. You know, even if we've been together for 6 years, I'm your princess from beginning to end. Boom.
Right, right.
You know the kind, yeah.
There you go, right. Yeah, I think I see what the issue is there, I really do. And I'm going to talk about that momentarily, but before we do, I want to talk about the nomophobia in your relationship.
Fully focused and immersed in his phone, something we said we wasn't gonna do, and he didn't even hear me. Like, he wasn't even listening. That hurt my feelings so much.
So did Mr. Kelly go through a lot of work and trouble making a special day, and you had your nose in the phone?
Yes, I love my phone, that's why.
Mr. Kelly, you say Mr. Plumey is nomophobic. Now, Joe, do you know what nomophobia is?
Do I want to know?
It's not as bad as some things you might be thinking of. Okay. Nomophobia is, and this is a real syndrome, the fear of not being near your mobile phone. I had to look it up myself.
Same here.
65% of people sleep with or near their phone, and some of y'all might be doing it. And 34% of people have, check this out, answered their phone during sex. Mr. Kelly, you say Mr. Plumey is a nomophobic. Tell me why you believe that.
Every day, every other day, every single moment, he's on his phone. When he doesn't have his phone, you should see him bust out in cold sweats and get nervous and be like, where's my charger? Every day is an issue with his phone. He has to have his phone.
Mr. Plumey, are you all wrapped up in the hardware?
No, I might be addicted to my phone. I'm just on social media, but I'm not like him saving naked pictures, going on sites, chat rooms, talking to straight guys, married guys.
And I got that, and I'm gonna talk to him about that in a minute. But are you are you addicted to your phone? Does it bother you when you don't have it? I think I have the definition of nomophobia up here. The symptoms: panic attacks, dizziness, shortness of breath, nausea, sweating, elevated heart rate, trembling and chest pain if you're not near your phone. Anything like that happening to you?
All of the above, Judge.
Nah, I know of.
Signs of nomophobia: compulsively checking the phone, hearing phantom sounds, sleeping with the phone, checking your phone the moment you wake up. Can't go anywhere without your phone. Does any of that sound familiar to you?
Yes, I may be doing that.
Yeah. When you see it written down, it's like, so like if I were to take your phone from you for a whole day, what do you think would happen?
Probably be distraught. I don't know what I would do.
You don't know what you would do. We know what would you do. Your concerns, however, is how he uses his phone. Are you talking to other guys?
No,
Are
I'm not.
you going on porn sites? Are you looking at other dudes? Are you doing things that would make Mr. Plumey insecure?
I'm just really looking. I'm not talking to any guys. I'm just browsing pictures.
Just browsing.
You know, just browsing. But I am not talking to any other guy.
Give me an example of a time where Mr. Plumey's attachment to his phone was just ludicrous or caused a problem in your relationship.
Okay, one day we were going around the island, and it was just me and him. We had the cooler filled, we had goodies, we had lunch, we was ready to do this. I was enjoying the moment with him. We already said before we leave, no phones. Like, we, put them in my
We're not
bag.
gonna do that, right?
Yes. So while I'm driving and I'm talking, like looking at charcoal, we're passing Waimea, talking, thinking that he's in the moment with me. I turn around, what are you doing? Fully focused and immersed in his phone, something we said we wasn't gonna do, and he didn't even hear me, like he wasn't even listening. That hurt my feelings so much.
So
I
did
got
Mr.
mad.
Kelly go through a lot of work and trouble making a special day, and you had your nose in the phone?
Yes, I love my phone, that's why.
You see how he talks about his phone? But
Yeah.
yet, can you say that you love me just sporadically
love
like that?
him, but
Well, you broke out in a way bigger grin when you talked about the phone than you did when you talked about Mr. Kelly.
There's
I must
something
say
wrong
that.
there.
he think I love my phone more than him, but I don't do that.
Yeah, well,
Well, if
I
you
saw that grin when you talked about your phone. Now I want to talk about another issue altogether. You say you feel invisible when the two of you are out together, and I want to figure out what that means. I understand that he exchanged numbers with an ex in front of you. Tell me how that went.
We met one of his exes. The exes, he took a picture of the ex, and after that, he gave the number to him and said why he had that number. He said for future reference.
You say you feel invisible when you guys go out together, especially when you're going partying. You told a story about him putting dollars in guys' G-strings and whatnot. Why don't you tell me what happened that evening?
We was at the club with friends,
Right?
and I was up. He was downstairs, and I saw him giving money to a G-string, to a go-go boy.
To a Coco boy?
Go-go boy, like a stripper.
Oh, a go-go boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Coco, something else I didn't know. A go-go boy. Mr. Kelly, what do you have to say about that? That bothered Mr. Plumey.
One, yes, a go-go boy. He has to pay rent, and that's his job. So I was supporting his bills. But what is more worse, that night was a fabulous night, where he was all night with me, never on my side.
He
He tells me invisible because, yes, my personality, all my friends and my family, this and that, but I make sure that he my king, and they know that. So if he wants to, like, enjoy all this, you know, the kind, when you're in my presence, it's your presence too. Mm-hmm. You know, the kind, I always think of him. And that night was so amazing, where he was in the corner. Every time I told you, come, baby, come dance with me, let's get, lit, let's get twerking. No, none of that. None of that for me, though. Yeah. None of that. He's still over there just by himself while I'm over here dancing. So I told myself, because the go-go boy was looking at me, he was serving me. He was like, oh, I'm gonna give him some money. Like, I'm gonna pay his bills. The kind of, if he, show me affection, I never go over there and started making out when we already had sex or anything. I just went down there, danced with him. He was making that money.
Right. Is that what happened, Mr. Plumey?
No, it didn't.
No. What happened?
This guy.
We went outside, and I started yelling at him.
He did. In
really?
front, and we're at Scarlet. It is one of the top busiest gay clubs in Hawaii. And
he was fronting on you in front of the best
in front of my
gay
family,
club
in front of my
out
cousins.
there.
Yes. I was hurt and upset because he realized that I would have never done that if he was with me, dancing with me, and I wouldn't have been looking at him instead of you in the dark corner over there. Why are you all the way over there? Mm-hmm. Come in the light.
Come in the
That's
light
all.
with you. I got
Yeah.
you. I understand that he exchanged numbers with an ex in front of you. Tell me how that went.
One day, we were at the mall. We met one of his exes. The exes, he took a picture of the ex, and after that, he gave the number to him and said why he had that number. He said for future reference. Like, if future reference means that he going to leave me for this guy?
Baby.
Like, what's up with this?
Mr. Kelly, what's up with that?
I didn't do it on the cover. He was there with me, you know? So it's like, it was mutual. Like, I saw him, I was like, hey, we're still friends, cordial friends. My heart is to you. You already know when we have that kind of stuff, you know, the kind, like, I ride it that way, we're always together. Like, I would never do that. I did that in front of him, like, and for reference, yeah, he has a great job and he knows me in my working environment. So yeah, I would like to have some good people saying good things about me to get jobs that'll further my career, you know, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But he always sees it because of my past, yes. You know, I've been with a lot of men and women, okay? And, he always gives me strife for that. You know, he always brings it up. It's like, he always thinks about it because he always thinks I'm gonna do that. Yet, every day I prove him through my family and friends and everything that he's the one.
I gotcha. I think I know what's going on here, and I'll give you my best advice. Y'all tickle me. Mr. Kelly, I thought it was all gonna be you. I thought you were gonna amuse me. I thought you were gonna be funny. But Mr. Plumey got a few in there. Undercover, you know what I mean? He came alive there for a moment. I know why you love each other. You provide him with that need he has to break out of himself, to break out of his shell. It's easy to put you forward. Why he comes in behind you is because he can't get in the room at all, and he needs you to go first. It's not that he's denying you. It's like you're clearing the way so he can get in there for you. That's part of the reason that he loves you. He loves you because you're so comfortable with who you are and what you are, and the fact that you've decided to love him, he finds that very freeing and enabling. So don't feel like he's ashamed of you. His volume is a little lower than yours. That's all. And Mr. Plumey, he loves you because you're who you are, but don't let him step too far out in front of you, so you lose him. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to get outside your comfort zone. If you're gonna get uncomfortable for somebody, you get uncomfortable for the man that you love. So if he's out there, you know, running, every once in a while, just screw up your courage and get out there with him and enjoy that larger and more dynamic life that he brings to you. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants you out there having fun with him. And you're gonna find, after a time, you're gonna start to enjoy it. Because you're a great couple. The yin and the yang, you're loud and proud, and you're quiet and soft, but a wonderful combination. So I wish you both the best. That hair is just beautiful. What?
I also beg him for sex.
Well, hold on.
She was just giving us...
We should have talked about that a little while ago. Don't make him beg. It's not cool. This matter is adjourned.
Today by the judge. You feel invisible. I didn't know that. You know, I'll definitely not make you feel like that anymore. You know, I'll be more open to that.
I'll feel about my phone. I will not go on my phone that much. I will try.
Sounds
but
good.
It will take time.
You better promise.
I will.